All right, what is going on, everybody? So, I saw this comment on my YouTube literally right now. I don't know who said it, but they said it maybe yesterday. They commented, "Oh, you should do a video on how to do poses with like no music, no anything, just explaining like how to do it and how to get the angles right." And to be honest, I've been posing like specifically like bodybuilding poses like the side chest, front double bicep, back double bicep, etc., for a while now. And though I'm not like an expert or a pro or anything like that, I do think that it doesn't look bad when I do it. So I'm gonna be showing how I do my poses. You guys, I don't know. I don't know what the guy's name was, but this video is thanks to him. And if this video does well, I'll probably post one for like the legs as well, because I'm just gonna show just the upper half. Actually, you know what? I'll show the full body too. I'll just do everything. But everything coming off. Wow, awesome. Okay, so first, like, I'll do front poses. The first pose I could think about is like a classic like front lat spread. Personally, what I like to do is I'll get my thumbs and I'll put them into my lower back like this, and I'll arch just a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. So what that looks like from the front is I'm out here like this, and then I will pull like my shoulders forwards, and I'll bring my lats out. You can see they're kind of small, but they stick out a bit. Then I'll keep the fist and squeeze in the abdominal so my waist looks smaller. And I'll put my chest up and squeeze my chest. Boom, front lat spread. All right, so that's that. Next front pose, maybe just a front double bicep. This one's pretty self-explanatory. You kind of just do a front double bicep. Personally, some people like to expand and take up as much space. You can do a front double bicep with a vacuum, which is, this is my brother taught me. You just blow out all the air in your mouth as much as you can. And you suck in your gut. Now, if you can do a stomach roll, I'm trying to get the lighting here. If you can do a stomach roll, you can do a vacuum, because doing a vacuum is just blowing out that air, but instead of rolling your stomach, you're just sucking it into your gut. Do it again with the front double. Now, this is easier to do if you're not bloated or if you don't have that much food in your stomach. But even like, I'm a little bloated right now because I ate a while ago and I've been drinking my Mass Gainer shake. But it's still possible. So there's the front lat spread, there's the front double bicep. And sometimes what I'll do, like, it won't even be classic like body building posing. It'll just kind of be from my YouTube or my Instagram. But let's imagine the crowd is here, right? Your waist is this, but when you're sideways, your waist looks smaller. Especially if you suck in your gut, you can make your waist, shoulder to waist, look a lot better. So if you wanted to do a front double bicep, but you're turning your hips and your waist away from where the crowd would be, it makes you have more of that V-taper look, especially if I do something like pulling down my pants. But now the front double bicep looks a bit better because my waist looks smaller, right? So everything else looks bigger. So that would be it for front poses. There's technically the abs and thighs, which I could also show you guys. I don't know if all of these are like classic physique or what is it. It's just body building poses in general that have been done throughout I don't know, centuries. I don't know if that's a good way to say it. Let me just angle this down. There we go. So you could flex the quad by, your foot's not gonna be flat. I know you guys can't see my feet, but it's not gonna be a flat foot on the ground. You're gonna spike your calf. And the way I flex my quads is I like spike my calf where I'm on my tiptoes, and then I can just squeeze my leg because of mind muscle connection. Like, I can't really explain it in any other way. I've just been able to do this for a while. So you could flex the thighs. You throw your arms up into your head. Okay, let me adjust this again. But you flex your thighs, arms up. And that's what abs and thighs would look like. You're flexing the legs, your arms are up, you blow out. But then the next pose besides that would have to be a side chest. This one, again, pretty easy. The crowd is here, the audience is here. You just turn to the side, right? You're giving them a big view of your delts, of your chest. What I like to do is I like to bring my arm out, hold on to my wrist, and then like almost like I'm wiping my arm across my chest. So I'm like this. And you wanna press down. You don't want to be doing it too high up. You can do it like you can do a high up. This is a pose I don't know if this is a bodybuilding pose, but sometimes I'll use my arm to kind of mask the rest of my body so my waist looks smaller, right? But if you want to do a classic side chest, you want to, with your left arm, it's holding onto your right arm. You want to puff, you want to bring your arm into your other chest so that you can give it a bit of size. And this one, you don't want to leave too much of a gap because then it doesn't look as good. You want to use your bicep to cover the gap that's here. You can flex your bicep, shoulder. There we go, side chest right there. You know, you could be a bit more extended down like this, but I think the classic side chest, the arm is more of a 90-degree angle, so not down like here. There you go, and you can puff your chest up too. Usually if I do a side chest, I'll kind of just try and squeeze my left pec into my right one, and my right one will kind of just be stretched out so it has that nice balanced look. But you could also exaggerate in how C-Bum does it, right? Suck in so even your rib cage is poking through so you can show off the shreds. But that would be side chest. There also is side tricep. Again, super easy to do. You're just facing sideways to the crowd. You clasp your hands together like this. Doesn't really matter whether you hold your wrist, whether you clasp it together, but you're here, and then you just press down. And I'd say there's different ways you could do a side tricep flex. You could either just flat out straighten your arm and do it like this, or you can press your tricep into the side of your body, and that'll give it less definition but more size. So what that would look like would be like this. I'm kind of smushing it into me, and this way you can see more of the horseshoe versus not smushing it and being flat out, like my arm fully extended. You can't really see the horseshoe unless I turn at an angle, but you can flex it and then rotate your arm in. Boom, now you can see this the horseshoe as well. So side chest, side tricep. Now moving on to the back. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm trying to talk loud because I'm not going to be facing the camera. But the back, there's a couple poses that comes to mind. If we're doing just the back, there's the lat spread, obviously, right? You're here. I'm going to keep my head down just so it's not casting a shadow. But I like to scrunch my traps together dig the thumbs into the lower back, not this low, not like right above your butt cheeks, but like here, kind of like your mid lower back. Then again, just drag out. Boom. Squeeze the lats. Now, obviously, you need to have lats to do a lat spread. So a lot of people who are new to the gym will try a lat spread, but they won't have the lat development yet, and it won't have that tapered look that they're looking for. But that just comes with time, you know. Like I used to lat spread, and it used to look really bad because I didn't really have lats. But then I started training my lats properly. They started to grow, and I could actually spread them apart. Right? You could even do a lat spread, but without the drag. Again, it's really just bringing your shoulders out and engaging your lats, which is something, again, you can only do if you actually train your lats or have lats. But you have this lat spread like this, and you could lat spread like this, right? Or we could also do the back double bicep, which is a classic. The way I was taught, I know you guys can't see my legs, but you're supposed to bring one leg back and here, let me bless you guys up. You're supposed to bring one leg back, spike your calf, squeeze the legs, engage it, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hamstrings. You can be like this, you can be arched like this, except it looks kind of goofy in real life. Like if you want to look bigger on camera, then yeah, like arch like crazy, because it'll mean that your waist is farther away and your back is closer to the audience if you have a drastic arch, so it'll make you look like you have a smaller waist, but that doesn't really look good in my opinion. So you spike the calf, you spike the legs, you want to back double, but you don't want to squeeze. Like your goal in a back double bicep is to look as wide as possible and to take up as much space as possible. So doing this, you're not really spreading out your back, you're squeezing it all together, making your back look smaller. So what you actually want to do, spike the calf, squeeze the legs. Once your legs are engaged, right? You want to bring your arms out. You want to bring your arms out. You don't want to be squeezing your traps in a back double bicep. It doesn't look as good in my opinion. That's not how I do it. The way I do it is flex and think about spreading my lats as I bring my arms out. Take up as much space as possible. Squeeze the lats, stretch them out. No squeezing of the traps, right? And don't keep your fist forward like this, right? You want to show the bicep, you want to show everything. So keep those arms backing out like this. And I don't know how that looks on camera. Hopefully that looks good, but boom. I keep my head down just because I don't want to cast a shadow, but technically, right, if my head's naturally like this is how I would be doing it. Now, we could get into a few classic poses, and these are some things I like to do. It's not really a front, it's not really a back angle. It's kind of like a mixture, right? Sorry. I ate a lot, and all this posing, like I'm low-key squeezing my muscles, so it's kind of getting me tired. I'm low-key out of breath. But we have classic poses like the Ziz pose, which is just flexing like this, and one arm is up, really self-explanatory. We have also like the Arnold pose, like his back double bicep, which is just you're standing sideways. You bring your right, if I'm standing sideways facing like this, my left leg is to the crowd. You guys are the crowd, right? My left leg is to the crowd. So you want to bring your left leg back, like take a step back so that it looks like you're almost about to start walking, right? You want to take that leg back here. This is how you position your legs for this. Your legs are like here. Take a step back, split the legs, right? Some people will bring this and do that. That doesn't look good, in my opinion. Bring the leg back, right? Stay with me here. You're going to want to bring the leg back. And then you're going to want to twist. You're going to want to twist your body like this. Think about it. You guys are on my left right now. Bring your right arm back. Bring your right arm back. So you want to twist like this, right? you want to obviously curl with this arm, and then you want to curl with this arm, and you want to be, you can be upright like this. I think this still looks good, but most people tilt down. So what that looks like on this side would be like this. Left side now. And something I'd say is your legs are split. You almost want to bring this arm, think about putting it in between your legs. You're gonna keep this arm down and stretch your lat as far as possible, right? You don't want to keep this arm tucked in like this. Bring that arm out and bring it down. And obviously this arm just comes up. Again, so you really don't want to be like scrunching, like that looks terrible. Really spread your back out whenever you're doing your back poses. It makes you look bigger. All right. Besides that, those are pretty much all of the poses I could think about that I would do. Obviously, there's leg poses and stuff like that, but wait. Yo, this is kind of a long video, but hopefully it's in detail. Awesome. All right, guys. Hopefully to the person who wanted me to make this video, you watched it through, you saw how I kind of do these different poses. Usually my videos, I'm trying to get more used to posing, kind of like natural posing. So just standing and giving like a slight like chest flex or something like that. Just cause like the classic posing and all that stuff, I think it looks cool. But personally, I don't like flexing that way, like really straining and stuff like that. I kind of just like a more natural, like flexing without even trying, you know? That's kind of what I'm aiming to do. But yeah, stay jacked, guys. Eat your protein. Make sure you eat your fruits and vegetables. Micronutrients, super underrated. Train properly, train hard. Damn. All right. Peace.